Hey, what's up guys? It's Corey here with Dapper Dollars, and today we're going to talk about why I bailed on Wisekey and whether or not I'm going to get back in on Wisekey after all of this market craziness happens. You ready? Let's get started. So, this channel is all about using the online income opportunities like merch by Amazon and Etsy to build our income online and then invest this income in things like the stock market and real estate. If that sounds like something you're interested in, like and subscribe, and let's get started. So, I got into Wisekey around $9 and I sold out around $9 as well, which basically made this position a wash. But I think that I definitely owe you guys an explanation as to why I got out of Wisekey and what I'm looking forward to as far as the future of this company and if I'm going to get back in the future once all this madness settles down. But anyway, so let's get into this. What was Wisekey in the beginning? Well, I've done a few videos on Wisekey, and if you want to watch those, you can go here. But mainly, Wisekey is a digital, or was whenever I invested in it, a digital identity protection platform where they offered services through, modems, drones, and medical devices to protect people's personal identification as far as it's concerned in the digital sphere, and made it almost impossible for people to get this information from the open sources that we have. Because basically everything we have is connected to the internet, so a hacker could technically log on to or hack into your internet, and that would be open even at the medical area, so people could hack the internet of a hospital, access all of your personal information just because a medical device is hooked up to you. Then they have all of your personal information as well as your medical records and everything like that. So Wisekey was in the business originally to protect your digital identity and everything about you that is online. Put it all in one space, put it under lock and key for your discretion, and then potentially you were going to be able to monetize access to that digital identity. So if Facebook wanted to access your digital identity to find out how to run ads to you, or if Google did, you could potentially sell that information to Google or Facebook. This sounded like a great thing because protecting people's digital identity, putting all these chips in drones and medical devices, and being able to monetize your personal data sounded like a great thing to do. And I mean, it still sounds like a great thing to do. I would love to invest in this company. However, there are some things that happened that really didn't, or just haven't jived well with me personally, and I feel like the fundamentals of this company have shifted from what I originally invested in. First of all, we can definitely agree that Wisekey got off on an NFT tangent, and they still seem to be there. They started out with the NFT of a Jean-Claude watch and the pursuit of creating a NFT marketplace for Wisekey called WiseArt. And really where I started to get a little bit shaky about this company is whenever the Jean-Claude auction was going on. I think it's still going on or it's ended, but anyway, during this auction, we would see that there were basically no bids on this watch for the NFT that they had listed on OpenSea or OpenOcean, whatever it is, where they list NFTs. But anyway, so there was no bids on this watch. And then all of a sudden, you get a bid for like $25, or I think like 0.5 ethers or something. And then the next bid that comes up is $50,000 worth of ether. And that's just insane because you don't go in a bid from $25 to $50,000. And then this same account that doesn't have a picture and didn't have any information was continuing to keep that bid in the same spot. And so it was very clearly an effort by Wisekey to bid up this price and then eventually have it to go higher and higher, but it never went anywhere. So it kind of really didn't help the case for Wisekey showing the need or desire in the market for something like a watch NFT. And it showed more that Wisekey was a little bit shady in how they went about promoting this, or maybe the person they worked with was shady. But anyway, Wisekey was ultimately responsible, and their reputation was on the line in this situation, in my opinion. And so whenever this happened, I was definitely put off guard a little bit, and I wasn't too happy with how everything was going. And really, it was just the rising debt as well. There was a little bit of debt in the beginning. And I understand that whenever you invest in small cap companies like Wisekey, that you're going to get a company with low revenue and a moderate amount of debt. But the way that the debt was rising with Wisekey and the way the revenue was shrinking, and the lack of vision for the future of the company and everything just seeming to kind of go in a bunch of different directions at once, I was, kind of shaken up as far as how this company was going to go moving forward and what the company was going to basically be moving towards in a focused direction in the future. So the next thing that happened was the nail in the coffin for me, and that was last week. I saw that they put out a notice that the meeting that is going to happen May 29th, they're going to discuss and vote on whether or not they will be issuing 21.5 million shares of Wisekey stock, which is going to obviously dilute the value of the stock for the current shareholders. It is going to drive the price down even lower. So this was the nail in the coffin for me. I was really, looking at potentially getting out of this stock just because I wasn't sure, where the focus of this company was and what they were looking to be doing, and there wasn't a like I said, a focused target of where this company was headed. And then now they were going to drive the stock price down even lower to raise capital. It just doesn't seem like it was in that great of a position to go forward. And then now it's even less appealing to me because I was going to lose money on a stock that I wasn't sure if I wanted to be holding in the first place. And then there's the issue of the conversation that the CEO has had a few times of whether or not they would bring the Wisekey company into the U.S. market and onto the U.S. stock exchange. Currently, they're on the NASDAQ right now through a proxy of the Swiss stock exchange. However, they are not actual people who are involved in the U.S. stock exchange. So really, once this was not addressed for a while, and it doesn't seem to be the focus in the future, the focus seems more to be on NFTs. This was a great opportunity for me once Wisekey went up a little bit to around 980 or 970 something. I just decided to bail and then sold my shares, and I am no longer in a Wisekey. And so those are my reasons there. And my thoughts on the future of Wisekey as far as where they're going to go as a company. Obviously, if on the May 29th meeting they decide to vote to pass the additional shares being put out there, the 21.5 additional shares, the stock price is going to go down and it is not going to be good for the company. However, they seem to be very sold out on this NFT or the Amazon of NFT market dream that they have, and this could be a very big or bad thing for Wisekey. If they do great and they capitalize on this and they actually make it happen the way that the founder wants, then it could be great. If they don't, and OpenSea basically continues to be the NFT and online trading company or trading place for these NFT and cryptocurrencies, then Wisekey is likely going to drift into oblivion because it seems like they've lost focus of where the company is supposed to be going as a whole. And if they get back to the Internet of Things, that would be very helpful for this company because I feel like this is why most people bought into the company. But NFTs are super trendy right now, and along with crypto, people think that NFTs are where people are going to store value online in a digital form. And Wisekey has bought into that, and then now, they just want to be the Amazon of NFT. So if this happens, then that's great. But overall, they have failed to communicate, if any of this actually happens, what the revenue structure is going to look like and what they will be looking at as far as a future market cap for this company if they are able to accomplish all this. And so if they're able to do that, then it's going to be good. But for right now, that's where I see the company heading. It's not in a great direction. And if they could course correct back into the Internet of Things and personal digital identity protection, that would probably be more helpful for this company and more appealing for people like me and people who invested in this company in the beginning. But anyway, so where would I buy back in for Wisekey, and would I actually get back into this company? And I think everything I've said kind of suggests that if they got back to their original principles, if they put this NFT stuff on the back burner, they don't have to get rid of it completely, because I do think the NFTs are going to be in our future. At what level they're going to be in our future or how long they're going to be in our future, I don't know. But I do think they need to put this on the back burner and reprioritize the Internet of Things and personal digital identity security as the main focus of this company. I don't want, where I would get back into this company is also with the lower price shares. I want to make it past May 29th, and then if they vote to add the additional 21.5 million shares, I want to wait until after those are issued and the price goes down, and then buy back in there. But that is it, again, only if they realign the vision of the company and they put this NFT stuff on the back burner. Because I think one of the recent NFT things that they were going to do was like, they always say that they're the first, like the first plant-based NFT auction, the first ever NFT auction, and then now they've got the first NFT auction in space. So it's just, it's frustrating. It is frustrating whenever you pick a company like this and then you see that they've kind of just gone sideways and you don't really know what you're looking at anymore. But anyway, so I would buy back in after the shares have gone down and they get back on the personal digital identity security program again. And the what was really appealing was the chips that they had going out, because I think they have around 4 billion chips out there that are in devices as far as drones, medical devices, and internet connectors and modems. And all of these things could definitely be a great thing for Wisekey. And if they get back on track with that and their messaging is more focused on that, then I would likely be back in the stock. However, the price is definitely going to need to be around $4 a share. And then also a realignment with the goal to get into the US market and become a US based company, because that is just where the money is with all this stuff going on right now. And like they said in the beginning of Wisekey's introduction this year, at least my introduction to Wisekey, they were focused on the US market because that would mean that they would trade at a 60 times multiple instead of a 16 times multiple on the Swiss stock exchange. So obviously, if they're able to get onto the US stock market exchange, it is going to lead to a higher stock price and a higher valuation for this company. But anyway, that is where I'm at with Wisekey. That's where I would buy back in, $4 a share, realignment of the company, additional shares issued, and targeting the US stock exchange. With all of those factors, I would buy back into Wisekey. However, it is definitely a long shot, which is sad, because this company had a great potential. I hope they do get back on track, but for right now, I've parted ways with Wisekey and I likely will not be buying back in. But anyway, let me know your comments and your thoughts on this down in the comment section below. Let me know if you are invested or if you have any information about this stock that I left out, or if you feel like you need to share with me. So anyway, hope you guys have a great day, and remember, someone is going to do something amazing every day, guys. Why not you? See ya.